Hi everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about peer review, which of course is due this week. This is the first really kind of extensive peer review that we've done, which is why I provide you with that worksheet that will help you walk through all of the areas that you should focus on. I've received a few questions about how much you should be focusing on grammar. You can point those things out. You know, if there are grammatical mistakes, if there's some spacing issues, spelling, point that out a couple of times. And then maybe in the end comments, just note, hey, you might want to think about how you use semicolons. Pay attention there. You don't want to overwhelm the paper with those kinds of comments, though. If your comments end up being overwhelmingly kind of nitpicky, it can really turn somebody off from listening to the comments that you're making. So you want to focus on the ideas. You want to help them find areas to expand. And then you want to point out one or two areas where the kind of more formal things like grammar, spelling, punctuation might be addressed. But the bigger goal is to have a conversation. Peer review is a chance to have a conversation about someone's ideas, to listen to someone else's ideas, and to see the ideas of another person that might help you expand your own work. So the goal isn't to critique a paper, though that might be part of it. The bigger goal, the purpose of this situation is to have a conversation about ideas and to maybe find some inspiration for your own ideas. So think of peer review as much about as a way to help yourself as it is to help someone else, and just as a situation where we can listen to each other for a little bit and provide some help and feedback before you have to turn things into me. That said, all of the drafts will come into me, and if you turn them in on time, you will receive detailed feedback from me next week. I'll be giving feedback over the course of all next week, so you should get feedback from me by next Friday. The portfolio is due on Sunday, so that doesn't necessarily give you a lot of turnaround based on my feedback, but I will respond in the order that the papers come in, so please keep that in mind as you're getting your draft to me. I'll get them back as soon as I can. I have 7 classes, so it just takes a little bit sometimes to get you the feedback, and I do try to give quite a bit of detailed marginal comments, though I'm happy to talk to you about your work, of course, at any point. But in terms of the actual detailed feedback, I'll save that for the drafts you get to me by this Sunday. After you get your peer review done and the next draft into me, do be looking ahead to the portfolio, which will be due at the end of next week. There's a couple other assignments during the week, but the portfolio is the main thing. Be looking at that and then being in touch with me if there's any feedback. Please keep in mind that if you do not submit a portfolio, then that, according to the terms of the syllabus, is you saying you don't want to be in the class anymore. And so I will withdraw you from the class if I don't receive a portfolio from you, or if you don't get in touch with me about the issues you're having. So definitely reach out if you have problems. And make sure you look over everything and you're hitting those deadlines, especially with that first portfolio deadline. It's a good idea to go back and do some of the work you haven't done if you have missed some things. So also be looking at that. Okay. All right. Take care. Be in touch.